Hello friends, welcome to channel 11. Today I'm going to quickly give some example for mediator pattern. So as per the definition, the mediator R library was built to facilitate two primary software architecture pattern, that is CQRS and mediator pattern. CQRS stands for Command Query Responsibility Segregation. As the acronym suggests, it's all about splitting the responsibility of commands and queries into different modes. If you think about commonly used CRUD operations, create, read, update, delete pattern, usually we have user interface integration interacting with the data store responsible for all four operations. CQRS would instead have us split this operation into two modes, one for the queries, another for the commands. So only for read purpose we will use queries, and some create, update, delete purpose we will use commands. So what is the primary useful about is we can use decoupling instead of couple based implementation using Mediator. So first I am going to set up ASP.NET Core API with Mediator. So for that I am using Visual Studio and will create the ASP.NET Core Web API. And the dependencies are we need to install Mediator R using NuGet package, and as well as we also need to install Microsoft extension dependency injection for the dependency injection purpose. These two are must. And once we done this installations, we need to go to startup project in Visual Studio, and we need to add the configuration pipeline to this Mediator R, and we need to give the starting class for startup. So it will, the Mediator will automatically identify and add the dependent injection on the fly for us. So this is the steps we need to use to create the Mediator R initial project. Now I will go to Visual Studio and do this operation and also explain that example. So this is my Visual Studio project. I have created a sample project, web API project. So it has the default, it is so it will create a value controls. So I will use this controller for our demo purpose now. Hi, my project is ready. So I'm using Visual Studio Code. So this is my web API project, and this is my control. Let me go and install the NuGet packages. So this is my Swagger output. So let me go and install. So I'm installing MediatR package. Hi users, please note since I'm using Visual Studio Code to it .NET CLI, so you need to use these commands to install here. So .NET add package MediatR version and .NET add package. So this is if you are trying from Visual Studio, this is the commands, and if you are trying from CLI, these are the commands, please remember. So I have added those two dependency here. So let me go and reference to my in my programs.cs file. So I have added reference here since I'm using .NET 6.0. So I have to add pipeline like this way. Service and add MediatR reference here. So you have to add reference first to Mediator as well as in this line. So with this my setups is ready. So now I need to add the example now. So I will add example this .NET build. So my build got succeeded. So let's go and run the application. So my solution is running. Let me go and open. System is slow. So my application is ready. So I am running from the Swagger since it's default implementation in .NET 6.0. So let's try that. So it got succeeded. My actual URL is this one. If you wanted access directly. So weather forecast. So this is the output. So I have set up now MediatR in my application, and let me go and do the example. Since time is constraints, I will offline I will implement code and I will explain here. Hi friends, I implemented the code. So here first we need to understand that whichever we wanted to read, it should be queries, which is we wanted to create, update, and those should be in command. So I will go with query example. This is my query, get value, get product query. So if you see that this is the syntax, it should be like this: public record get product query. It should be inherited by I request. Mediator having two things, request and publisher. So this is I request. In the I request, first parameter is the return parameter. I mean that is the return value, and second parameter is the input parameter. So here I am only passing one parameter, that is product. So list of products. So this query is going to return list of products since I am passing only one parameter. Suppose if I don't pass any parameter, that is void. So that query is not written anything. So that is the syntax. So I have created a query which is going to return list of products, and in handler, this is the my get products handler. In the handler I am inheriting the I request handler by passing. So here I am specifying what are the I mean what are the query I wanted to be handle in this class. So here I wanted to handle get product query class, and what is the return type. So this is the return type which I have mentioned in I product query. So here I product query is I enumerable product. So this is the syntax. You have to inherit whenever you want to create any handler for the specific. So you have to inherit I request handler. So this I request handler is mediator R, and here you have to specify the exact class, what are the query class and their return parameters. So this is the about my I request handler. So I'm going to inheriting in handler. If you please bear in mind, you have to be postfix should be handler. So if you give some other name, it won't recognize. So please follow this postfix. Post after your class, add handler after, same for query also to recognize. So in handler it should be made after inherit I request handler. You have to give the dependent injection. Suppose if you wanted to read the data from database, you have to give those dependent injection. After, there is a handle method, so you have to implement that handle method. So in this handle method, the first one parameter is the query I request query, and second is the cancellation. And so in the body you have to specify what you want. You wanted to retrieve list of products from the database. So what is the return type is it should be I enumerable, because in my request handler I am specifying what are the my class and return types. So the same thing should be here in handler, my class request and my what is the return type. So if you this is the important. So handle, in handle you have to return what as per this signature. And so since I am request handler is my get product query, the request also should be same. And this is the syntax for after handlers. So after you implemented these two things, and once you, and in our controller and this is the syntax. So mediator, is this is the dependent injection. So mediator, once you declare the dependent injection in startup class, so compiler will automatically assign that mediator. So mediator, we have the send. So this is the while sending, mediator R will automatically identify corresponding handlers by getting by identifying this name, this type, and it will internally identify what is the handlers and it will fire. So here I am passing send new product query. So as per my setup, if it is the new product query, get product query, in my get product query, what is the handler it is related to this one. So it will get call this handler with this handle class method. So it will automatically call this, identify and trigger this handler. So this code will get executed. So that is the handler. The command also similar approach, but as we discussed, command we will use for creation, delete and update. The same approach. And here if you see this signal, I am not passing any input, but I am not returning anything, but I am taking input from the controller. So this is the how, if you wanted to take inputs from the controller, this is how you need to declare the class, command class. And in handler, so you have to inherit. And here my in request handler, what is my command is add new command. So I'm not returning anything here specially. So in this case, if you are not anything, you just include unit. It's just for true or false. So in handler, in this is similar approach. I am in handler, this is my request and this is my so in handler I am just taking those inputs from the controller. I am passing my data store. So whenever you will get called here, so if you see here, this is going to be the request. So if in this case get product query, this handler will get so automatically fire this handler. So this is going to be request is going to be get product query. So that's how it will identify. So this is all these are all will get most important things is here you have to specify correct class with the details. So a mediator will automatically identify and trigger related to event handler. This is the code. And in a program, I think you are aware of that. These two are these are the dependent injection I have created for the MediatR or singleton for my data store. Since this is static, I have created a singleton only. So these are my implementation. Let me go and trigger that. I already did that. So these are my forecast. Let me go and refresh it once. So if I this is my weather forecast. So if I execute, so this is the method this is the result I am going to get from the my these are the products I am having right now. And so if so whenever I execute this one, it will get trigger this one, trigger this method, and it will internally identifying what are the handler related to this query, and it will get execute that handle method and return the result. So if I user execute second method, post try, and if I execute by and string 1 execute, so it will get succeeded. If I execute this one, I should get those result here. So suppose the similar way this one also will execute. Whenever user click execute, it will come here with the details, the product details, and so I am passing those details to this class, add product command class. So this product command class, and since mediator will automatically identify related handler and trigger that, for us. So I hope you understand what is the benefit of mediator. It is loosely coupled. Here nowhere concretely mentioning how we need to trigger. These are all will loosely, I can say it's loosely coupled. These are all will going to take care by the mediator for us. So this is very helpful In case of you have bundle of classes, I wanted to dynamically identify and trigger. So MediatR is going to be helpful for us. I hope you understand this video. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.